Welcome back everybody to another episode of Sneaker Updates. This will be Sneaker Updates number 25. If you happen to be new here, this has now become a weekly series on the channel, and if you're not familiar with the series, essentially we go over a variety of different sneakers, that of which got updates for throughout this week. For example, some of those may potentially include some Nike and Off-White, Yeezys, Jordans, and more. So with that short little intro out of the way, why don't we jump right into the first update? Kicking it off, unlike usually, we're actually going to start off with Jordans, specifically because I think most of the important information lies here. Not only that, but there's not really anything for Off-White. However, before we did jump into that, I just wanted to give a thank you for the sponsor of today's video, Dashlane. Essentially, Dashlane makes identity and payment safe for you while providing an autofill tool with multiple functions. For example, it could generate your own secure passwords while keeping them stored. Whenever you're signed into Dashlane, it will autofill these passwords into all of the websites you visit. Along with this, it will also autofill all of your addresses and payment when you are checking out on a site. Considering the majority of you guys are manual users, this is an extremely useful tool, of course. We'll discuss this more in depth at the end of the video for those of you guys who are interested in why this is different from other autofills, but for now, I know why you guys came here, so let's talk about that. So, kicking it off, as you guys know, the Jordan 1 Cactus Jack dropped during the Grammys, and there was around 150 pairs dropped on Travis's Shopify site and around 350 pairs on Nike sneakers. Now, total stock for these is 18,000, so I think it's pretty self-explanatory whether you should sell or hold your pairs. The main release for these will occur on the second Saturday of April, and Nike sneakers will be a draw, unfortunately, along with multiple other retailers receiving them, such as S&S and clothing, etc. Moving on from the Cactus Jack Jordan 1s, you guys could look forward to those, of course, if you guys wanted a personal pair or just some quick profit. Moving on, if you guys recall, a few weeks ago, I mentioned an in-store release for the solefly Jordan 1. Well, technically, it wasn't exactly an in-store drop. It was a drop via the Frenzy app with shipping. However, it was still location-based, and spoofing did indeed work. However, you wouldn't be able to process your order unless your address was in South Florida. Moving on from that, though, according to Pirates, the Jordan 6 Doernbecher may potentially drop. Now, we were supposed to receive these in fall of 2018. Unfortunately, we never saw the release. However, it is very likely that we are still going to be seeing these soon. Of course, regarding these and really any other sneaker, I'm going to keep you guys updated. So if you guys want, feel free to turn on post notifications and subscribe, but that's up to you. Moving on, the Jordan 1 Defiant will drop February 23rd. And finally, with Jordans out of the way, moving on to Nike and Off-White, unfortunately, we don't have any fresh updates, but the one thing I did want to remind you guys about is that although the 10 is over with the Air Max 90s ending it off, luckily there is still going to be Off-White and Nike collaborations. First of all, we're going to be seeing the women's track and field shoes. As you guys know, I'm just giving you guys a brief reminder. And then, of course, we're also getting to see some other unique shoes, such as the blue Off-White Air Force 1s. Regarding those Air Force 1s, they're supposed to release with quite a decent amount of stock, but in comparison to other Off-Whites, it's not really that significant. Anyway, moving on to Yeezys, the Yeezy 700 Salt is now up on Yeezy Supply. In addition to that, it's also on adidas.com. Like always with Yeezy 700s, the retail for these is $300, launching on February 3rd, as we mentioned in previous videos. I know a lot of you guys are going to be asking, so with that high retail, of course, guys, don't expect the best margin, but there is still significant demand on these. So for that reason, I definitely would not recommend sleeping on these. It's definitely some small, easy profit. Moving on from those, though, Yeezy Mafia actually gave us a look at the Hyperspace and Clay Yeezys in hand. But with Yeezys out of the way, why don't we move on to some miscellaneous sneakers? Kicking it off, the LeBron 16 Watch the Throne dropped at several retailers, but most notably, Nike sneakers dropped these via a draw, a sneaker stash, and also a sneakers pass, and oh yeah, the kids were a Leo drop. Moving on from those, though, the Black Sheep SBs will be dropping February 23rd for $110, and we will also see the Rookie Galaxies coming back, just like last year in February, where we saw the Big Bang foams replace the Galaxy foams. Now we're getting to see the new Rookie Galaxies, which of course we haven't seen for a very long time. You guys know me, I'm obsessed with space, so I'm really happy to be seeing these. I love my Big Bangs, and I'm of course going to get a personal pair of these as well. I'm curious to know your opinions, guys, so feel free to let me know. But before I end the video, just wanted to say, with tons of upcoming releases, Dashlane is definitely a useful tool to have. Other than releases, you can also use it for entering raffles more efficiently. However, what separates Dashlane from others is that it's all completely cloud-based, and the reason this is so useful is because when you're using multiple Chrome users for the Adidas splash page, checkouts can be very laggy. So instead of having to manually refill your address or card info into the Google Chrome autofill, all you have to do is add the Chrome extension and sign in. It saves you a significant amount of time, no matter how many Chrome users you're going to be using. Just simply add the Chrome extension on each of your individual Chrome users instead of having to manually fill it in all of your info on each Chrome user. I don't know. It's something that I think is going to save me a lot of time, a lot of tedious work, so, you know, why not? My favorite part, though, is that you could actually get this for completely free. So to give it a try for free, go to the link in the description, and the first 200 of you guys to use the promo code Keith at checkout will save 10% off if you wanted to buy Premium. Premium has a lot of cool features such as dark web monitoring, but not only that, you could also use Dashlane on mobile if you're interested in that. It's something that I know that is definitely useful for helping you guys cop, so I figured not only is one version free, but the paid version is extremely cheap. I figured it'd be a great thing to recommend to you guys. But anyway, with that, I'm actually going to conclude today's video. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, or if you perhaps learned a thing or two. Also, subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay 100% updated on all hyped releases in the future. With that, though, I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day.